Hey, what's up, guys? Shuckle King here, bringing you week 7 for NCP, and this week we are taking off against Jesse504. So, before we get more into this video, make sure you guys like the video if you like the content I'm putting out, and consider giving a subscription. Definitely appreciate the support you guys have been giving me throughout this NCP season. So, yeah, Jesse took over Uzi Gunner's team, and Uzi is a good friend of mine. It's unfortunate that he felt like he had to leave the league, but I'm definitely excited to face off against Jesse as well, and the ghost of Uzi's team, which is good. He has a really great Dragon Fairy Steel Core, definitely the second best in the league with Garchomp, Clefable, and Aegislash. It doesn't compare to my Melmetal, Clefairy, Dragapult, or Kyurem, or now Como Dragon Fairy Steel Core, but it's pretty okay. But yeah, no, he has a very threatening team consisting of Garchomp, Lycanroc, Dusk, Aegislash, Cinccino, Slowking, Mandibuzz, Clefable, Rotom, Crobat, Carbink, and Reboot. So Jesse is on a little bit of a losing streak. He definitely needs his win to stay in playoff contention. This looks like around the 7th, 8th seed, probably around a 500 record, maybe 6-4, but probably 5-5 should be able to make it. So if he loses this game, I think he'd probably have to win out to make playoffs, which will be tough, but definitely not impossible since he has a very good team here. And I was saying before, I think Garchomp is super threatening. Could be Scarf, could be Scale Shot, Sword Stance, Earthquake, and that's really only needs Scale Shot or Earthquake. Hits my team pretty hard. Like the Mantine's not going to take Scale Shots at well. Maybe Stone Edge in the last slot, I suppose. I guess I'd have to outspeed it with a Choice Scarfer, but Cinderace doesn't really revenge well. Dragapult does, obviously, but if I'm Scarf, then I'm limiting its damage output. Landers doesn't add speed, and Manectric doesn't do anything. I do have Kyurem in this game, just as a reminder. And Kyurem, I mean, not that Como would add speed either. Como could take... Actually, Como can't really take Garchomp on either. Yeah, no, Garchomp is very annoying, especially with Scale Shot, which I imagine it to be. Lycanroc Dusk is also an issue, because they can both break for each other pretty well. Lycanroc can break any physical wall that I have, and then Garchomp can come in. Or reverse, like a Sword Stance Lycanroc with... a Cell Rock, Sucker Punch for my Dragapult, Close Combat, maybe Stone Edge to hit the Necrozma harder, and the Clefairy. That does very well against my teams, like Stone Edge, a Cell Rock, Sword Stand, Sucker Punch, Close Combat. It's going to be 4 out of those 5 moves. Could be a Breaker, could be a Sash Lead, could be a Life Orb. If he Sash, obviously has to watch out for Melmetal, because I can break through that. Aegislash is pretty good against my team and handles Dragapult going for Drake and Meteors at least. Outspeeds Melmetal, does decent damage with Shadow Ball. Necrozma handles it. Porygon 2, it could have Close Combat. Iron Head for the Clefairy, so he definitely even Head Smash for the Mantine if I wanted to bring that. So Aegislash definitely has ways out, and could be like an Autonomized Sweeper set, which could be annoying, or even like a defensive set would be kind of tough for me to take down. Porygon 2 can Toxic it, though Necrozma does have Heat Wave or Dark Pulse to hit it, or Earth Power. Cinccino, I always overestimate how much it does. It's actually not that strong, but it's fast and it's a U-turner, and it's also normal type to prevent my Dragon Ball from spamming Shadow Balls. So Cinccino could come. Slowking, probably the answer to Melmetal. It's not a great answer because Thunder Punch 2-hit KOs, unlike the Slowbro doesn't 2-hit KO, but he probably brings Slowking as his Melmetal answer. Mandibuzz probably going to be max Bedef to take on Dragapult really well. I think it's a roll for 2 Drake and Meteors to kill, which is honestly pretty decent enough for Mandibuzz, because it definitely takes Shadow Balls, obviously. Only I suppose Thunderbolt or Thunder hit it pretty hard. Clefable actually having the 7 slot. It's kind of a weird mon. It handles Dragapult well, but Melmetal revenges it. It is not like Fire, unless he's offensive with Fire Blast, like a Life Orb set. Then I think Clefable works pretty decently in this game, but I think I have a lot of mons that overall overwhelm it. Though I guess Clefable for the Kyurem could also work. But yeah, I feel like I have a lot of mons that overwhelm Clefable. It's not as bulky in this game as it should be. It wants to be offensive to handle the Melmetal, but also wants to be special defensive to handle the Dragapult. because it gets 2 KO'd by Shadow Ball, unless if it's a special defensive Clefable. So he's going to have to find a middle ground there, or dedicate to one, either being offensive and taking on Melmetal, or taking on only Dragapult, because it won't be able to handle both. Rotom-Mow could come as a Melmetal answer. It's probably a better answer than the Slowking, honestly, with a Will-O-Wisp and Pain Split, but I think the Slowking probably comes in that role. Crobat, don't expect it to come. I don't think a lot of people like to bring their fast mons against me just because Dragapult outspeeds them. And usually a lot of the fast mons don't have a whole lot of versatility outside of just being fast. And I would say that's the case for Crobat. Carbink could come as a special defensive evolve for Dragapult. I don't have Steel Wing on my Dragapult. I did consider it, though, only to hit the Carbink. But Shadow Ball, I believe 3 KOs after rocks at least, if it's special defensive. And Reboot, don't really see it coming. Yeah, I was saying before, Dragapult, it's always going to come to every game, and it does very well against this team. I mean, he has Mandibuzz, Clefable, that could be answers to it, and to an extent Aegislash, just because it prevents me from clicking Draco. But yeah, it outspeeds everything on the team. Even a Scarset could be okay, but just breaks fairly well as Dragapult. Necrozma also breaks very well, but it's kind of weird. It needs a decent amount of coverage. Like, it needs Photon Geyser to hit the team generally hard. Aegislash is resist, so I could be like Earth Power, Heat Wave, or Dark Pulse. Mandibuzz resist, so I need like Power Gem or like Meteor Beam. But I feel like Meteor Beam Necrozma's a pretty obvious bring in this game, so we could play around that. Slowking, I need like Dark Pulse. And yeah, that's all every other mon gets hit by a Photon Geyser. So yeah, Necrozma's in a weird spot. It could also be like defensive and function pretty okay in this game, like a Toxic set the someone handle the Mandibuzz or weaken it, so that way Dragapult can spam Shadow Balls or Hexes harder. Melmetal looks pretty nice. The Rotom-Mow and Slowking, and to an extent Aegislash, are all pretty decent answers to double Iron Bash. I guess even like a defensive Rocky Helmet Garchomp could be annoying, though Ice Punch should kill it. If it's Rocky Helmet, if it's Yachi, it probably lives a Banded Ice Punch, but still does a lot because Melmetal hits super hard. And yeah, I think they're the 3 mons that I feel like I'm basing this team around. So yeah, as I said before, the first Pokemon is the Dragapult. Specs, the speed allows me to outspeed Cincino. I don't outspeed the Crobat if he's going to be max speed, but I do outspeed Crobat that's not timid or not jolly, not plus speed nature Crobat, which is honestly fine. And Crobat, I believe, has Dark Pulse, Hurricane that could hit me for okay damage, but it shouldn't kill, and I would kill with Draco Meteor or Thunderbolt in return. Shadow Ball hits the team pretty hard, except for the Mandibuzz, which I have Draco Meteor and Thunderbolt for. And Draco also hits the team pretty hard outside of Aegislash and Clefable, but I have Shadow Ball for them. Thunderbolt's a middle ground play against like Slowking, Mandibuzz. It's pretty safe there. Could have gone with Steel Wing, but Steel Wing's not hitting that hard, even to like a special defensive Clefable. I'm not 2KOing it. I think Shadow Ball does about the same amount of damage. Steel Wing would do more to Carbink, but not too worried about Carbink. It's just a free switch into Melmetal, so I don't think it realistically comes. The ability, I just went with an Infiltrator. Didn't really need any of the other abilities. I could take a Moonblast from a Clefable and prevent the special attack drop, but whatever. Next, I have Necrozma with Lumberry, Calm Mind, 3 attacks. I usually like running Moonlight almost always on Necrozma, or I guess Rest if I'm facing like a weather team, but I just want to do damage as much as possible and just break the team so Dragapult can do well. And Power Gem should 2 KO to Mandibuzz if I'm at +1 with the Calm Mind. So the idea with this set is to set up a Calm Mind on like a Mandibuzz as it goes for a Toxic, and then I have Lumberry, and then I should 2 KO. So he's either forced to go for another Toxic as it takes a lot of damage with Power Gem, even to where in the future a Dragapult would be able to 2 KO with Shadow Ball if Mandibuzz is forced to take a +1 Power Gem. Dark Pulse hits the Slowking and the Aegislash, and then Photon Geyser hits the team pretty hard otherwise. Like Photon Geyser almost kills Garchomp at +1 special attack. That's just how strong Necrozma is. Lumberry, I suppose, is also nice for like a Thunder Wave Clefable or a Scald Burn from Slowking. But yeah, again, this set is just doing as much damage as possible. And the tiny bit of speed is to outspeed a pretty slow Mandibuzz. I outspeed it by like 4 or 5 points. So if I want to run a decent amount of speed for that, so be it, but I imagine it probably won't. Next, I had Mill Metal with a double Iron Bash, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, and Earthquake, Protective Pads. So Protective Pads is nice because Slow King or Rotom-Mow are both pretty decent answers to double Iron Bash. And they could both be Rocky Helmet. And Garchomp could also be a Rough Skin Rocky Helmet that, like, defensively to, like, take on double Iron Bash is okay. And maybe, like, it's even, like, an Earth Power set or so. But Protective Pads will prevent me from taking chip damage. And there's really nothing on the team that can OHKO me. Like, a Life Orb, Modest Fire Blast from Clefable probably kills. But outside of that, really nothing can reliably take me out. So if I don't really want to get chip damaged. I'm okay with a lesser output, like not having banned, in order to prevent this. I consider Willow or a Lumberry on this as well to prevent like a Will-O-Wisp, Rotom-Mow, or prevent a Skull Burn from a Slow King. But I'd rather just hit them hard and not take chip damage, or switch out even on Rotom-Mow. I have Dragapult, Necrozma, and the Porygon too. Even like the Cinderace, all mons that I'm bringing can all handle the Rotom-Mow. So I figured I didn't need my Melmetal dedicated to beat the Rotom-Mow. Ice Punch obviously hits the Garchomp and kills it. Thunder Punch hits the Slow King and 2-hit KOs it, even if he's max defensive. And Earthquake hits the Aegislash. So next Pokemon I have, and the speed, I just have a lot of speed to add speed Slow King, so I can 2-hit KO with Thunder Punch. Porygon 2, max defensive. Recover, Toxic, Shadow Ball, Teleport. Shadow Ball hits the Aegislash, so I'm not setup fodder on it. I mean, I'm like 3 or 4. I'm probably like a 3 KO, maybe 4 KO, depending on his bulk. But I'm at least doing damage, so he can't like totally set up on me. Though like a Weakness Policy Autonomize set would be kind of annoying. But I have ways around it. Toxic hits the Garchomp. I had Ice Beam on the set originally to hit the Garchomp, but I wanted more reliable ways to hit the Mandibuzz and the Slow King. Like Shadow Ball and Ice Beam are not doing a whole lot to them. So I figured Toxic was nice to slowly chip them down, eventually to where Melmetal or Dragapult can easily come in and revenge kill. I just went with max defensive. I really didn't need EVs anywhere else to take like special hits. Like I take on Special Clefable, Special Aegislash, Special Slow King, Special Crobat, and Special Rotom-Mow with really no issue, even with no SpDef investment. So I figured I'd just go into a all defense, and I didn't really need any special attack investment. I'm not doing a ton to Aegislash regardless, but I do have a chance to live a +2 close combat from Aegislash, so that's definitely nice. And then if he's in a Blade form, I'd be able to kill it Shadow Ball, especially after a special defense drop. Next Pokemon I have is the Cinderace with Heavy Duty Boots, Pyro Ball, Gunk Shot, Taunt, U-Turn. This allows me to add speed to Cinccino, which is nice. Gunk Shot will do very good damage to Clefable. Will 2-hit KO, unless he's physically defensive. I think even physically defensive has a shot to get 2-hit KO'd, but it's going to be special defensive, Clefable, or an offensive set, so I'm not too worried about that. Gunk Shot also could give a poison chance on like a Mandibuzz or Slow King, so that's also a plus. Taunt prevents like a Mandibuzz from roosting, Slow King from teleporting out, and I guess from Crobat from roosting, though I don't really see that. Clefable is also prevented from softballing up, so I can always keep the Clefable low, and maybe get a Dragapult to 2-hit KO if it takes damage before, and then is taunted so it can softboil it up. It might be forced to switch out, and then it should be in range of 2 Shadow Balls, even if it's special defensive. And then U-Turn is for general momentum gaining. The last Pokemon I have, since right now with the 5 I have, Lycanroc Dust is pretty threatening to that team, especially if it has Sucker Punch, Close Combat, and a Cell Rock or Stone Edge, depending on the move. So I have those Landorus here that I should be able to take it on well. It's Choice Scarf, so I do add speed Lycanroc Dusk, and obviously I kill it an Earthquake. I don't kill if it has a Sash intact, but then it's not hitting as hard, so that's also a plus. I do live a +2 a Cell Rock, always, even from like Life Orb, Lycanroc Dusk, even after rocks, so that's pretty clutch. If it gets up to +4, well, that's going to be problematic, but I have to prevent it from getting up to +4, basically. But U-Turn, general momentum getting, Earthquake kills the Lycanroc Dust, also kills the Aegislash, and with my speed investment, like I don't add speed Garchomp normally, but the speed allows me to add speed +2 Aegislash. If it gets an Autonomize up, I will be able to always add speed. If it gets up to +4 speed, then again it's problematic, but if it gets to +4 speed, then I should be doing a lot of chip damage, to where it's not that big of an issue. Explosion, if I want to get a really hard hit off in particular, like maybe on the Mandibuzz to gain momentum. or the Slow King, I suppose, and then Stone Edge just to hit the Mandibuzz harder if I don't want to explode, or the Crobat. So that's my team. I went a little bit more in depth. Don't really know why on this team, but it'll just give a little bit more of an insight. But yeah, let's get right into the game. All right, here we are for the battle against Jesse. So as I said before, his team is pretty threatening. Again, unfortunately, I wasn't able to play Uzi, but Jesse, I'm sure, is going to give me a very good matchup for sure. Dragapult just goes in this matchup. He does have Clefable and Mandibuzz, which can stop either of the Choice Backstab from going in. So I'm going to have to play around that a little bit. And that's why I didn't bring Rocks this week, because I figured Mandibuzz would be Boots and Clefable is going to be a Magic Guard. So Rocks weren't as important in this game. Porygon 2 there to sit on the Garchomp, which is pretty threatening. Can somewhat handle Lycanroc, but not great. That's why I have Landorus to a Revenge Kill Lycanroc, because Lycanroc at +2 can be pretty problematic for my team, especially against if it has Sucker Punch for Dragapult. So let's get into this game. It's been a while since I looked at the build of my team, but I think I should be fine. I'm sure he's bringing all the threats. Yeah, it looks like he brought all the threats. Yeah, he just brought his just 6 best mons, which definitely makes sense, because he definitely needs this win. I don't need this win, but if I can get to what I'd be 6-1 at this point, that'd definitely be pretty preferable for me. His Melmetal answer's limited, and I do have a Protective Pad, which will definitely be nice, just in case if the Aegislash or the Slow King is Rocky Helmet, and I won't get affected by that. I could lead turn 1 with Dragapult and U-turn, and I wouldn't really feel that threatened to just go for U-turn unless the Aegislash or the Garchomp is in. And I think in both those cases, I just go into my Porygon. Actually, I think I like the Melmetal lead, because I threaten everything except for the Slow King. And I could just right off the bat go for a Thunder Punch to a KO to Slow King. Since I do have a decent amount of speed, I think I should add speed. Yeah, let me get into setting up some audio stuff. Alright, so I think this should be better. Let me know if it is. Alright, great. Thank you, guys. I'm also streaming this game for some front coaches, and I messed stuff up. So, Close Combat could come off here. Double Iron Bash kills. I think Thunder Punch is a pretty safe play. Close Combat's not going to kill me if he does decide to go for that. Let's see what his play is. And going to Slow King, as I expected. Thunder Punch should be doing a lot to this. Oh yeah. 58%, I will definitely take that chip damage. Let me get all set up. Okay. Yeah, I should be killing with a second one. I could go for double Iron Bash, especially because the worst case scenario, I could flinch. Slow King, level 50. Yeah, this looks like physical defensive. I could go for double Iron Bash here. Let's be brazy and go for it. I don't think he's gonna sack the Slow King at this point. Let's see if the Garchomp is to switch in. Oh, okay. This is beautiful. Beautiful work, Joe. Let's see how much chip I'm getting on this. Ooh. Oh yes, Protective Pad protects me against that. I was pretty sure it did. So I'm doing 90%. Okay. Garchomp, level 50. This might even be a bulky Garchomp, or at least some bulk. Yeah, I just did a massive damage to his team. My Porygon has a very safe switch in at this point. Could go for Rocks, could go for an Earthquake, Earth Power, potentially if he's special, to hit my Melmetal harder. Let's see. trace the rough skin in case he goes for a Dragon Claw, which he won't go for. Earthquake comes out. Okay. That does 47 damage. Yeah, not much there. Jolly could be adamant. Porygon 2. I could kill with Shadow Ball. I think Toxic is the better play here. I'm gonna Toxic, recover, and then teleport most likely. Let's see if the Clefable comes out. Is it the Aegislash? Aegislash comes out. Not affected by Toxic. Could go for a close combat here. What would be my switch in? I think my answer is just stay in and Shadow Ball and get some chip on this. The Garchomp is really low, so my Porygon isn't as important. And this looks like a slow Aegislash. That's good to know. Is that a crit? Yeah, that's a crit. That's unfortunate. Autonomize. Okay. Porygon 2. Leftovers. Okay. Yeah, that crit is definitely unfortunate because my Shadow Ball should put it in range right now for me to kill. And he's not going to kill me with a close combat. But yes, that's definitely unfortunate. King Shield. Okay. Get some recovery. That's definitely a good play. Would have been brazy for me to go into my my Landorus because I do add speed +2 Autonomize Aegislash. That was definitely something I made note of. So yeah, close combat shouldn't be killing me because I am a Porygon 2, and Porygon 2 is very bulky. Close combat is doing about 50% to me because I am physically defensive. And then Shadow Ball would be, I mean, especially after defense drop, Shadow Ball 1000% kills. So I'm fine trading my Porygon 2 for dealing with this Aegislash. Shadow Claw. Huh. Predicted me to switch out, I suppose. Or knew that a close combat wouldn't kill. Okay, I mean, I just killed this. I'm definitely okay with that. Maybe he felt like he was on the back foot, which he definitely was, because that crit put me in range of killing with a Shadow Ball. But, to be fair, close combat wouldn't have killed, and I was going to kill a Shadow Ball no matter what, whether I got the crit or not. But I guess it would be harder to use Aegislash in the future in the battle, so definitely unfortunate. I'm sorry, Jesse, for getting that hacks. It happened, though, but it's definitely frustrating. Yeah, one last thing for Dragapult to worry about. Manu Buzz comes here. Could go for a taunt. Could go for a knockoff. I mean, I'm definitely 1000% fine getting a Toxic on this. A taunt could come out. That's fine. I just go into my Melmetal. Okay, this is perfect. Well, not perfect. I'd rather have my a Violate, but this opens up the door for my my Necrozma to do well. And I do land a Toxic. That's perfect. So Lycanrocs could be a little bit more annoying, I guess, but I still have Landorus, so this is looking about as perfect as it can get for me, honestly. I can recover up here. I don't feel like he's going to really be able to gain momentum that well at this point. I mean, he goes for the Toxic, and that's fine. But I can teleport out and go into basically whatever I want. What do I go into? Could go into Melmetal. He really doesn't have much to threaten me, but it would be nice to save the Melmetal. And prevent it from getting knocked off, so that way I'm not getting chipped by, like, Garchomp. And I guess it's not Rocky Helmet Slowking, because it didn't show the Rocky Helmet animation. So yeah, I'm going to go for the teleport here. He's going to know my whole moveset, but definitely don't care about that. When my Porygon 2 has done so much work, and I'm going to even gain momentum. This is just as bad as perfect as it can go right now. So an option for me is to go into my Dragapult. Physically defensive Slowking. I mean, I kill. Or I go into my Necrozma and set up a Calm Mind. And I might kill, assuming he goes for Toxic. You know what? it would be nice to keep the Necrozma for later. I guess to take a hit from the Lycanroc if I have to. So yeah, there's really no reason for me. I mean, I could just Shadow Ball. Yeah, because the Mana Buzz is weakened. Thunderbolt could have been a play as well, but I'm not going to kill a Thunderbolt. And if he wants to go for like a Thunder Wave or something, I don't really want to take that. So I imagine the Mana Buzz is coming out of here. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. I can just get into my my Melmetal, and he can't really do a whole lot to that. Especially, crit is unfortunate. Would I be killing here? Yeah, man, I'm getting pretty fortunate here. But I will definitely take it. So let's assume like max special defensive calm. Shadow Balls, yeah, it's not gonna kill. So I'm gonna go out into my... No reason for me not to just go into my Porygon 2 and then teleport out. Melmetal kind of serve the same purpose, I suppose. Let's see, Bruce comes out. I'm definitely okay with this Mana Buzz being alive, especially with a Toxic up. I could even honestly just get into my Necrozma after I teleport here. Depending if he goes for a Roost or not. If he goes for Roost, I probably go into my Melmetal at that point. Probably go for the double Iron Bash. Thunder Punch could be a play, but I don't want the Guard Jump coming in for free, especially if he wants to sack it. But okay, he's gonna just give me momentum, so I'm definitely fine with this. Guard Jump comes out. Going for Teleport. Going into my Dragapult because I need stats for it. That's actually not true, but yeah, going into my Dragapult and just clicking Shadow Ball. I mean, I could U-turn here, but I want to kill this Guard Jump. And I'm definitely not killing with a U-turn. And I'm no way I Draco here. Clefable, just to remember to look up. It could be offensive Fire Blast. Shadow Ball to a KOs if he's physically defensive. Okay, so this will answer a lot of questions here. So let's see if he's physically defensive or special defensive. That is special defensive, okay. Now I could go for a Shadow Ball here, predicting him to go for a Moonblast. But my Cinderace is pretty free here. Fire off a Gunk Shot. Shouldn't be, the most he can do it to me is a Knockoff. And Knockoff's not going to be that problematic. He hasn't gotten rocks up yet. So let's see what his switching is. Is it Garchomp? Okay. Cinderace to Garchomp. Yeah, I'm not killing. Yeah, he's at 35%. Yeah, so I'm gonna U-turn out. He could set up rocks here. That would be kind of nice for him. I imagine the Earthquake is probably just a safer play. I don't really care about getting what's Rough Skin Chip on me. That doesn't matter. So I'm fine just going for the U-turn. Maybe even put in range of a U-turn from my Dragapult if it comes to it. Does my Porygon take 2 Earthquakes if I'm not a Violite? Maybe not after the poison. 169. Earthquake does 79. I could take it. There's no reason for me to risk my Landorus. Especially if you could just go for an Outrage or something. Because I didn't bring a Fairy type this game. Even though I do have the better Fairy Dragon Steel Core. Okay, that's a cool move. Gets 2 hits. Again, pretty unfortunate for him. Porygon 2. Should be, yeah, I kill with Shadow Ball. And I don't think he kills me with any one move. Just again, pouring onto his Soul Bulky. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball here. He could switch out. But if he switches like an Mana Buzz, then I just get a free recover with my Porygon, and then I can teleport in the following turn. Yeah, if he crits maybe. Yeah, not even a crit I don't think would have killed there. So, Shadow Ball goes off. I can honestly still save this and recover on the Slow King and the Mana Buzz. And no, I don't think the Clefable. I think I'm too low for the Clefable. So, Garchomp and Aegislasher down. That seems like a pretty decent combo there. But still my Dragapult, or my Dragapult's a little weary of going for moves in general, but I'm gonna recover. I'm not convinced you can kill me with a knockoff here. Yeah, and I have Rough Skin. That's even funnier. All right, yeah, and I could just continuously recover up. No reason not to, honestly. Because I can, like, free switch into a Slowking. Yeah, I can definitely recover here. And then probably just hard switch into Melmetal. Especially he has literally no answer to Melmetal at this point. Garchomp was a little bit of a deterrent because I couldn't go for Thunder Punch. But other than that, like, he has a Lycanroc. He has the Slowking, Mana Buzz, and Clefable. So it looks like Melmetal's going to be hopefully picking up a couple kills, especially because I'm still at 100%. So, like, what's he going to do? And I don't think Clefable's going to definitely knock me out with a Fire Blast, and definitely not getting knocked out by a close combat from a Lycanroc. You know what? I can just teleport here. Another option for me is to go into my Necrozma setup, but he's going to switch out yet again and give me free momentum. This is kind of crazy. I just been making the right reads, so teleport out of here. And yeah, I'm going to go into my Melmetal. And what's he going to do? Go into Slowking and take 35%, then a Thunder Punch does 50 to 60%. He might be able to live, but like, what's he going to accomplish? I think hopefully just getting a Skull Burn on me. Yeah, so no reason for me to overpredict and knock over to double Iron Bash here. We could go for a Fire Blast. That's not going to kill me. Even if he's modest, because he's leftovers. Yeah, Flamethrower. Not even being a man and going for Fire Blast. No, that's fine. Yeah, it doesn't even do half. Burn would be unfortunate, but definitely deserved in my case. I think I kill with one hit. Yeah, okay. The Clefable is down. I will take that. Yeah, this Dragapult is looking pretty nice right now. Yeah, man, this is a nice team that he has, though. He has a lot of cool mons. Slowking comes out. He just has to go for the Scald. Yeah, I'm going to go into my Slowking, or go into my Porygon on his Slowking. I can Trace Regenerator. Scald shouldn't be doing a lot. I can Toxic. Let's see how much Scald does, even without a Violate. 119 to 68. Do I recover up here? Yeah, I think I do. If he goes for like a Calm Mind, that'd be problematic, but I can always switch into my Dragapult. I think pretty freely. Let's see, teleport. Okay. Gonna go into the Lycanroc. Now, Lycanroc could be problematic. He sets up the +2. So I think I go for a, let's see, Landorus to Lycanroc. A Cellrock. Let's see, Life Orb. +2. Doesn't kill me. +4. would kill my landers. So I think I want to stay in and Shadow Ball, because I want to break a potential sash that he has. Okay, get the sword stance up. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, my Porygon's gonna die to this. It should be Sucker Punch too. 30%. I will definitely take that. Maybe a little bit of bulk on this. Now I go for a Toxic here, because obviously I'm going to kill with Earthquake. And a Toxic basically ensures I just don't flat out lose to Life Orb, Lycanroc. Though I could play around that with, I guess at least somewhat. Is there anything I want to sack at this point? I don't think so. It's gonna kill me with a Cellrock or Sucker Punch. Let's see what he goes for. Maybe he goes for Sucker Punch. A Cellrock. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna kill him. Crit doesn't matter. He's at +4. That's gonna be doing a crap ton of damage. And he's not Life Orb, so I should kill with my landers. +4. Does 95% max, so not worried about this. I just go for the Earthquake. He doesn't really have a switch into this. Like Clefable probably gets to a KO at this point. Slowking doesn't, but Slowking should be doing a ton at this point. Let's see if he has Sucker Punch. I mean, a Cellrock is gonna do a lot of damage as well, but not kill. But I imagine he should expect U-turn here. Okay, he does have Sucker Punch. Okay, that kills. Yes, that was a roll to kill, but that's fine. I go into my Melmetal here, and I'm gonna bait out the close combat, because he needs to have close combat to kill my Melmetal. All right, great. A Cellrock is probably the play here for him to go for, but that's fine. I'm going to go into my Necrozma as a middle ground play. He could close combat again, and +4 close combat's not going to be doing a lot to me. Alright, a Cellrock. Yeah, that's not going to kill. Alright. Yes, that was cool, a Cellrock and Sucker Punch. I kind of feeling he would have to run both, but no Stone Edge. Which honestly was fine against my team because close combat hit everything well enough. A Cellrock would hit like the Clefairy or the Mantine or the Kyurem. So definitely made a lot of sense with that set. Doesn't hit the Necrozma that hard as a downside. Now he could just knock off here. I think it's fine for me to just go for Power Gems. I don't believe I outspeed the Mandibuzz here. Okay, I do. He has like literally no speed. You're getting a nice chip off. Knock off. Probably doesn't kill. Okay, nice. See that he takes away my Lumberry. Go for the, oh, I thought I disconnected there. Power Gem is fine here, because Dark Pulse isn't going to kill at this point. Slowking could switch in. I can honestly just go into my my Dragapult afterwards and be fine. Setting off Calm Minds, it's not even that problematic, because I have Dragapult as Melmetal outspeeds the Slowking, so yeah. Looks like I got a pretty convincing 4-0 win. The Lycanroc set was cool. He was able to get a couple kills out of it, but I was definitely prepared for it at the end. I wasn't worried about that really sweeping me. If I didn't get a Toxic off with my Porygon, that definitely could have been a different story there. If I didn't get a Toxic off, I knew the Sucker Punch was an option against my Landers, so I would have had to played around that, which would have been tough. I think I probably lost if I didn't get a toxic there. Yeah, let me think. I guess, yeah, no, not even my Cinderace couldn't have done much there. Yeah, I probably lost if I didn't land a toxic there. But I wanted to break the sash with the Shadow Ball, and then I wanted to make sure I just didn't lose if he got up the +4 with going for the toxic. So maybe I should have gone for the toxic first. But I could have missed with the toxic, and he could have killed me, and then had a sash intact. So that's why I went for the plays that I did, but it shouldn't matter. I should be able to win this game 4-0, so good game, Jesse. Thanks for being cooperative. I had to miss out last night, or the night before I wasn't able to play, but he was pretty willing to play tonight, so definitely appreciate it. So yeah, I'll take this win. It puts me at 6-1, so it all but guaranteed to me playoffs. I was looking at the bracket earlier. There is a chance I don't make it after going 6-1 if I lose like my last 3 games with pretty high differential, but even if that happens, I have a really good shot at making playoffs. So maybe I can take these last couple weeks a little bit less serious, but we'll see. It would be nice to get the first seed, because I'm probably in the top like 2 or 3 at this point, not spoiling any other sides of the battles. So top 2, 3 is okay, but I'm going to aim for 1, obviously. But yeah, until next time, later, guys.